Ooni of Ife in disbelief as Olori Temitope reported Olori Elizabeth to him bitterly. Allegedly, and they said Queen Naomi too was surprised. According to the gist, they said uh, Dr. Elizabeth have been out of the palace, yes, from what we heard. Before now, I heard about it that she left the palace saying that the king is not living up to her expectations, that a lot of things are going wrong in that palace, and that the king is keeping quiet about it. That the reason why Queen Naomi is still outside right now is because the king is taking everything for granted. Yes, so, and coupled with the fact that Dr. Elizabeth, on the other hand, have been experiencing series of spiritual attack from that palace. And if you have been following the trend, you will know that it started the moment she entered the palace, because few days she was married into the palace and she entered the palace, she started complaining of sleep paralysis. Yes, so sleep paralysis is a process whereby she will feel hypnotized while she was sleeping and all of that. And this thing continued though for some time until they said a certain Ifa priest from another region was contacted to come and do some things. And that was how that one stopped. So ever since she enters that palace, it has been from one experience to the other, you know. And they said the part that made her to leave is because on most occasions the king will do nothing about it, especially at the part where they say some elders would want to manipulate the king. He will give order, those ones who flaunt his orders, and he will do nothing about it. The wife will be doing everything they like to do, even though it is unacceptable, yet he will do nothing about it. They said Queen Naomi left, not Queen Naomi, Dr. Elizabeth left the palace, saying that if he cannot stand up for Queen Naomi and ensure that Queen Naomi returns back to the palace, that a time will come when he will not be able to stand up for her too. That she is leaving and will only return when the king is ready to do what makes him the king and the husband, you know. And we heard that Ooni of Ife have also sent some men to go and apologize to Dr. Elizabeth to return back. But up till now, we heard that she have not come back to the palace. So with that, we heard that Temitope decided to call Dr. Elizabeth to check on her. After all, recently we heard that the king have been preaching unity, oneness, love, and progress. That for that reason that they should be calling on each other, they should be checking up on each other, they should be watching their back and all of that. So maybe on that ground, the Temitope called Dr. Elizabeth to find out how she is doing, why she have not returned back to the palace and all of that. They said that did not go well with Dr. Elizabeth, because the moment Temitope called her, they said she started blasting Temitope, telling Temitope to stay away from her and anything that will have to do with her, that she is a hypocrite, that she shouldn't try to call her again, not to talk of knowing her whereabouts, that she should stay in her husband's house and nobody should disturb her again. They said the tone she was using for Temitope got Temitope crying, that she started crying, asking what was her offense. Is it now a crime for her to check on her fellow wife, that this and that? They said Temitope did not only stop there. Temitope called Queen Naomi from what we heard and reported to her everything that happened between her and Dr. Elizabeth. And when that one finished, when after reporting to Queen Naomi, they said she cried to the king and also told the king and asked the king, where have she gone wrong? Is it a crime for her to check on her co-wife and all of that? But the king told her that she don't need to cry, that she doesn't know the mood Dr. Elizabeth is and all of that. But if you ask me, I will say that maybe because Dr. Elizabeth must have added Temitope in certain, maybe in her blacklist, because of all that transpired between her and the Queen Naomi recently. Maybe that's why she retorted that way. Or maybe I don't just know. Or maybe she's not in a good mood at that time when Temitope called. Because if you have been following this trend, before now we thought Temitope was with Dr. Elizabeth fighting for Queen Naomi's return. But recently we started hearing how Temitope have been leaking Queen Naomi's secret and all of that. First, when Ooni of Ife sent $10,000 to Queen Naomi when Queen Naomi was in Singapore for a program, they said the information got leaked to the palace through Temitope and her PA, you know. Then she was saying it was a mistake, this and that. Again, we heard that there was a time when Naomi had miscarriage, and Temitope was the only person. Dr. Elizabeth is not even aware of it. They said it was Temitope who was with the king when the call entered. Then the king excused himself and entered inside to answer that call, knowing that Temitope is there, not knowing that Temitope was eavesdropping on his call. Then, after Queen Naomi cried and told the king how she had miscarriage and all of that, then later we find out that that information got leaked again, and it was through Temitope. So I believe with all of that, Dr. Elizabeth is angry with Temitope. Maybe Temitope did not know. Yes, so, and she don't feel safe again around Temitope. That is why she don't want to involve Temitope in anything that she is doing. And maybe that's why she was not happy with the way Temitope called to maybe to her. Temitope is trying to call to get information that she will use to gossip, and after everything she will say is a coincidence. So a lot of people are saying that even at that she's not supposed to answer her like that, you know. But to me, I don't know. All I can say is that she is not happy at the time that Temitope called. I don't know what the problem is, but whatever it is, now them know. And please, I want to remind you that these are all alleged information, okay? I do not live in the palace. I am just a blogger. I want to also use the opportunity to thank you, to appreciate you for always being part of this channel page and my account. Anywhere you're watching me from, do well to follow, subscribe, and give my video a thumbs up. Share my video. Tell me what you think about it on the comment section. Do you think what Dr. Lizzie did to Temitope is right, or do you think it is wrong? And what do you think the king should do at this point? Tell us on the comment section and share this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Love you guys.